Hello and welcome back to All About Community. Again, my name is Robert L. Harris. I am your host, and my guest is Bishop Bob Jackson, pastor, senior pastor, Acts Full Gospel Church right here in the city of Oakland. Bishop Jackson is a man of passion. He is perhaps one of the most dynamic spokesperson for our community. Bishop Jackson, welcome back again to All About Community, and let me say how much I appreciate your taking time to come in and visit with our viewers so that our viewers will know the truth. That's amazing.
This is
that you're willing to give your time.
This is one of the few platforms that I have that I can do that, so I really appreciate you having me here.
Now let's talk a little bit more about the devastating impacts that's going on in our communities because of some of the actions or inactions that have been taken by our current leadership. The mayor took office in January of this year. A couple of weeks later, she fired the police chief. Since then, it seems as though things have been in a decline. Why?
Because Police Chief LaRon Armstrong had a real plan for public safety, and he had it in place, and it was rolling out, which is why you didn't see what you see now. But as soon as she fired him, the cat was out of the bag, and the criminals got the word. All of a sudden, they just knew that they are okay. They can commit any crime they want to commit in Oakland and just about get away with it. Not only that, but the DA system, the way they got this don't incarcerate these people that are committing these violent crimes. Those prisoners that the police are putting their life on the line to capture and bringing them to court, to justice, they get out of jail before the ink can get dry on the paperwork the police is filling out, which the morale of the police department goes way down when those kind of things are happening. So there's a lot of reasoning for it. I'm not blaming one particular person, but all these things together is causing the crime to run rampant in the city of Oakland.
Well, there's probably something else that's going on, too. When you think about some of our younger people, they don't even understand the Ten Commandments. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not kill.
That's because the parents of those kids, I got to go back to parents.
Oh, good.
They didn't, I was a drug addict. And the way I was a drug addict was I was drugged at church every Sunday. I was drugged. I didn't want to go.
Me too.
But my mom and daddy would drag me to church,
too.
okay? So I was drugged. The point I'm getting at is I'm glad they did.
Me too.
Even though I went astray and I went out and did my thing with everything you could imagine and more, but then the Lord still had down in me, I still had a little bit, just a little bit, knowing the Ten Commandments. I didn't kill. I did things, but you know what I'm saying?
But equally important is that the Bible says, if I remember correct, train up the child.
That's what I'm saying.
In the way.
Well, when you have a system that puts the mother to work, and now the mother, because the father's not in the home, husband's not in the home. I don't know, our race don't seem to think about marriages anymore. But because of that, husband not being in the home and that father not being in the home, that mother now has to be father, husband, provider, caretaker. I mean, my hat's off to single women with children. I mean, the job that they're doing, they need a medal. They need all the help we can possibly give them because they're doing the roles of two people.
That's true.
Which God never intended for it to be. So the point of it is, my hat's off to the women who have to do that.
Absolutely.
And the ones that are doing a great job with raising their kids, and like me, and my mama dragging them kids to church whether they want to go or not. You know what I'm saying? But
they should not have an option.
But the government has stepped into the family so much so now, the parent can't even be a parent to the kid anymore. I mean, they don't need parental consent to do nothing. The schools got more consent, to do things with the kids than the parents do. I mean, it's just the politicians have just run this thing, our city, our country, into the ground.
And I agree with you wholeheartedly. what can we do in terms of making certain that we get the right people in office who will do the right thing?
I'm glad you said that. The first thing we can do is vet the people. And what I'm saying is we can make sure that the people that we're encouraging people to vote for have a track record of doing the right thing. Put these unknown people in office, these people that promise you everything and give you nothing. You know what I'm saying? These no names, these nobodies, never done anything, but all of a sudden they're ready to just change the course of nature. We don't want people in office like that. We want people that's already in place doing things.
No,
Got a track record.
We're
That's
going to
what I
have
think.
on this show a number of people who will be running for city council in November of next year, 2024. What kind of questions should we be asking them?
No, one question.
Okay.
What have you been doing? Can you tell me what you've been doing? Can you point your finger as to something you've been doing to help the city of Oakland become a better city, to become the great city that we know it to be? What have you been doing for the past 5 years? And if they tell you, well, I'm just waiting for my chance to run, so I can be city council. And what are you going to do when you get in position? You know what you're going to do? Same thing you've been doing while you've been waiting to run for city council. Nothing. Because title and position mean more to people now than actually performance.
It's a total lack of leadership on the part of people, not only people who are seeking office, but for those who are in office.
You're absolutely correct.
What's wrong with these people? I mean,
The voters-
fundamentally, there's got to be something wrong with them. Just sit and see
What-
some of the stuff that's going on.
The voters, I got to put the responsibility back on the right foot. The voters are electing the wrong people for office. We got 5 positions coming up. We've got District 1, District 3, District 5, District 7, and at-large city council positions. That's 5 positions. That's more power than the mayor. That's 5 positions that do anything we need them to do, regardless of what the mayor is saying. My point in saying it is, but those 5 people have to be vetted by the community, by the voters, to make sure that they're the people that's going to carry the kind of torch that we need them to carry. And right now, it's public safety. Listen, the businesses are closing. The businesses are moving out of the city. The jobs are leaving the city. The people are moving out of the city. People are thinking, they're saying Oakland is the worst city. We're number 3 worst city in America. Oakland is.
Yeah, I read that in the paper. And it's frightening because people don't even feel safe walking outside of their homes anymore.
Do not.
And that was a time when we felt safe in the city of Oakland.
Absolutely true. So listen, they had a recruitment for the police department, trying to get more police officers, trying to get 1,200, at least 1,000 police officers. So they had a recruitment for new police officers. They only had 14 people apply.
14?
Only 14 people. That's $1.5 million. That's $150,000 a year as a police
Well,
officer.
why didn't more people apply?
Because of this anti-police, and because of this defund the police. They don't feel you can have security with being a policeman anymore. And because of the negativity surrounded around law enforcement officers and whatnot, the Alameda County Sheriff's Department, the Oakland Police Department, the Oakland Housing Authority, the BART Police, I can go on, Highway Patrol, all of them are in need of new police officers right now, every single one of them. And they're looking for people to come and help them bring law enforcement, bring the cities to order when it comes down to crime and public safety. Without those police officers and whatnot to help police the city, I'm telling you, it's going to be more of what you see right now. And let me go back to driving those prices down. Crime is driving the value of our properties down. So while you've paid millions of dollars for your home, it's going to be worth pennies on the dollar. And these folks are going to come in and buy your house. Your mortgage is going to be bigger than what you'll be able to get for the price of your house.
And you know, you heard it right from Pastor Bob. And we're going to have to go to break. But just let me say, this situation does not have to exist. It exists primarily because we allow it to exist.
Correct.
At some point, we have to say, enough is enough. Don't touch that remote. We'll be right back with All About Community. Again, my name is Robert L. Harris, and my guest is Bishop Bob Jackson.